Hello and welcome back to the Decaf Bubble podcast with me, Abby. Today we are talking about doom scrolling, and I think this will really help you if you are a highly sensitive person, if you're neurospicy in any way, if you're a projector. I have created a lot of rituals to deal with being the kind of person I just described. Being very sensitive, being easily distracted, having a very diffuse, creative brain that hops around all over the place all the time. I think we have to be extra mindful with our internet consumption, relationship engagement. About a year ago, I guess, I'm trying to think when I made this. I think it was last year, it could have been the year before. I made this little zine. I'll post a picture of it when I share the podcast. And it's called Stop Doom Scrolling, a 7-step ritual for getting back to reality. And if you don't know what a zine is, it's just like a little mini magazine made out of paper. It's kind of a fun thing to do. Sometimes do it in Cocoon. And I sometimes just do it for fun, like to capture an idea of something or a ritual. So this zine is my 7-step ritual for getting back to reality. So I created this ritual to deal with the state that you get into, what I call... I always think of Miranda when I say that. What I call when your aura is full of other clutter. When your aura is just full of clutter. It's like you're so distracted. Like everything is like pulling you in a million directions. You have like 10 billion things on your mind, like 50 tabs open inside your head. And you end up just getting into this like kind of paralyzed space of like the only thing left to do is just scroll, or maybe alternatively you're feeling like bad, like you're anxious or you're sad or you're kind of avoiding a feeling, and so you're just scrolling. Or maybe you've just been scrolling too much and now you just can't stop and you just feel overwhelmed by everything going on in the world, and you keep checking in on things and it's just not doing you or anyone any good, and you just can't unplug from the tech. Like you turn away from the screen, or like you've deleted Instagram and then 5 seconds later you're in a browser scrolling Instagram in the browser, and you're just like, how did this even happen? I don't even remember opening this. Okay, if you don't do it, you can stop listening now because this episode is obviously not for you. Okay, enough intro. So let's talk about the ritual. So this ritual has 7 steps. The first step is really simple. You're just going to take all of your devices and just put them away. Just going to close the laptop, turn the phone off. You're going to put them inside a drawer, inside a cupboard. Just for the duration of the ritual, you're just going to commit to putting them away. And yeah, if you need to lock them away, lock them. But it's got to be like a cold turkey situation. Like Apple Watch and everything, you can't have any devices with screens. So the idea is you want to get your space looking like it could be the 90s. There should be no evidence of 2025, okay? Cool, that is step 1. Then turn the page. Step 2, again, really simple. You're just going to take a glass of water and you're just going to chug it because you're probably dehydrated. I know I am. I'm probably dehydrated now. If I ever get into this state where I've been scrolling for too long, there's a 100% chance that I'm dehydrated. So drinking water is a very important step in the ritual. And shout out to drinking hot water. It's my thing. I always used to hear people being like, hot water club. And I'd be like, why are they so passionate about drinking hot water? Well, I am now in the hot water club and I'm not looking back. It's so delicious. I don't know. I love it. Okay. Step 3, you are going to spend 20 minutes cleaning your space. So everyone has 20 minutes. Okay, maybe you don't have 20 minutes if you literally don't do it for 5. But 20 minutes is a great amount of time to just do like 2 or 3 or 4 things to make your space nicer. So I've written a few examples. You could put on a wash, you could empty the bins, you could wash the plates in the sink, dust one shelf, fold some laundry, straighten out the shoes in the hallway, sort a pile of papers, hoover, chuck out dead flowers, make your bed, or burn some incense. And the game is, you just want to just set a timer. Obviously you can't do this on your phone, but if you have a clock or an old-fashioned timer or something, just see how many things you can get done in 20 minutes. Just cleanse the energy of your space and you will feel so much better in your space just from doing 20 minutes. Okay, so once you've done that, you're going to go to step 4, which is spend 20 minutes or longer or less, this one doesn't really have a timer on it, cleaning up yourself. So it's just a little opportunity to do a little bit of self-care. This could be so simple. It could literally be wash your hands, brush your teeth. I've written, put on some perfume, tie your hair up, put on lipstick, moisturize, change out of whatever you're wearing into a nice outfit, use mouthwash, take a shower, put on earrings, paint your nails, comb your eyebrows, shave your beard. I was trying to make it trying to think of examples for everyone. Wash your face, whatever, It literally doesn't matter, but you're going to feel so much better if you just do a little glow up to your physical body self-image. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just like with the cleaning, you don't have to do a perfect full house deep clean. Just do 20 minutes of tidying up your space and a few minutes of just tidying up yourself. Brush your teeth. You will feel better and it will cleanse your aura. Cute. Okay, that is step 4. Now step 5. Okay, step 5 is ground in nature. So this one is really simple. You're just gonna connect with nature in the smallest of ways. You might just open the window and just look outside and just notice what the weather is doing today. You might water your plant. You might feel the wind on your face for a second. One of my favorite things is when I do this ritual and it starts raining. Just open the window, listen to the rain. Just look at the sky. Look at a leaf or a tree. You could go outside. If it's warm, you could go and put your bare feet on the earth. The practice of earthing. I don't do it in winter because I really don't like letting my body lose body heat during the winter. So I'm not going to stand on the freezing cold earth. But in the summer, I try and ground every single day. So yeah, just go outside, connect with nature in the smallest of ways. The next step is step 6, move your body. So again, it's a really simple one. It can be really simple or it could be longer. If you want to do a whole workout, do a whole yoga session, that's fine. But equally, if you just want to put on a song and dance for 3 minutes, or if you just want to, just do one stretch, feel your heartbeat for a little bit, just connect to your body. So just how you connected to nature, you're just going to do one little thing, as big or small as you want, just to connect with your body. just remember that you have a body. And then obviously you can totally combine step 5 and 6. So you could go outside for a walk. That's moving your body and connecting with nature. And then I said, while we're feeling our body, check if you're hungry. If you're hungry, go and get some food, you know? And then finally, step 7, the final step of the ritual, is to do an analog activity. So I've listed some here. You could read a book, you could do some painting or drawing, you could bake a cake, make a collage, make a zine like I did, arrange flowers, knit, craft something, journal, read the tarot cards, colour, play an instrument, take a nap, follow a recipe, and stick stickers. So the aim is just to get lost in something that doesn't want to bleed your attention completely dry like the internet does. Analog activities, especially ones that we do with our hands, especially ones that are creative, are just so good for our whole well-being. Just do something for fun, you know, just do something that's just purely pleasurable and frivolous and pointless, but it totally has a point because it's bringing you joy. And it's super wholesome to do something analog with no distractions, with no devices present. It's very healing. So if you do this full ritual and you end up doing a little analog activity, by the end you should definitely 100% guaranteed feel a lot better, a lot more grounded, a lot more in your body and just present and just ready to deal with the day a little bit with a clearer mind. So that's my little zine that I made. That's my ritual. And if you do the ritual, let me know. You know, I love to hear from people who've listened to the podcast. I will catch you in the next episode. And until then, keep well,